Hello to you, my name is Cheflon Valentine and welcome to another video blog. Today I want to discuss briefly the whole issue of ISIS, the Islamic State, this group of Taliban fighters who are seeking to take over the Iraqi area and even extend and create an empire, a sort of an empire across the entire Middle East and Africa. And this Islamic group, this Taliban group of fighters have been murdering Christians. They have been murdering persons who do not agree with their religious view. And they have been violating, therefore, the religious liberty of many people across in Iraq. Now, this is real Islam. And this must be understood. Islam is not a religion of peace. It is not the moderate behaviors of persons who live within democratic society. That's not what Islam is. They are not practicing Islam who live in the Caribbean, for instance, those Muslims who live in the Caribbean or in the United States of America and who are not involved in fighting for Allah. The fact is, the Quran itself, which is the Islam's holy book, and the Hadith, which records for us the acts and the life of Muhammad, support this behavior of ISIS. Now, this is outrageous and it is wicked and it is against the will of God. But of course, Christianity is different than Islam. So when you see ISIS behaving the way they do in murdering Christians, this is not something that is new, and it is not something that is against the Islamic religion. I want to read to you just a few surah verses from the Quran. And here's what it says. Surah 474 says, "Let those fighting the way of Allah who sell the life of this world for the other. Whoso fighteth in the way of Allah, be he slain or be he victorious, on him we shall bestow a vast reward." End of quote. So there's nothing attractive about this religion. It exalts violence. It exalts the murder of people. It push and encourage wars against people, including Christians. And that's why ISIS is parading and committing these atrocities against the Christian people of Iraq. Another quote is from the same surah, chapter 4, verse 84. Here's what it says. "So fight, O Muhammad, in the way of Allah. Thou art not taxed with the responsibility of anyone except for thyself, and urge on the believers. Peradventure Allah will restrain the might of those who disbelieve. Allah is stronger in might and stronger in inflicting punishment." Another surah, Surah 5:36, here's what it says. Now listen to the cruelty here. "The only reward of those who make war upon Allah and his messenger," that will be people who are Christians or who are considered to be fighting against Allah or criticizing Allah and Muhammad, "and strive after corruption in the land, will be that they will be killed or crucified, or have their heads, that should be their hands and feet on alternate sides cut off, and will be expelled out of the land. Such will be their degradation in the world, and in the hereafter theirs will be an awful doom." End of quote. So all these scriptures are used, and all these scriptures support, these scriptures encourage war against the people who criticize Muhammad and who do not agree with the religion of Islam. What ISIS is doing is Islam in action. You only have to look back at history. They destroy the Christian churches and those iconic sites that Christians hold so dear. They murder Christians in their wars in the past, under Muhammad and after Muhammad died. The 100 years after Muhammad died was a period that was very terrible for Christians across the globe. And their idea is to conquer the entire globe for Allah, for reward, because they expect to get reward in heaven. But the fact is, what you are seeing here going on in Iraq is Islam, real Islam, Islam in action. And so we call upon persons who may be naive concerning what Islam really stands for to examine the evidences, examine the Quran, examine the Hadith, and see for yourself that this is not anything that is strange to Islam, but this is real Islam that ISIS is practicing. Of course, Islam is a false religion, and we call upon you to accept the true religion of Christianity. Jesus Christ never practiced that, and he never encouraged his disciples to murder people because they do not agree with him. Nor did he encourage his disciples to use that idea of missionary effort. That's not missionary effort that is taking place there. That is the murdering of people to spread your own religion. And that is what Islam is practicing. Christianity does not stand for that. That's why Christianity is superior and should be accepted by all. My name is Chef Valentine, and thanks for viewing.